All right, let's get settled. Grab those notebooks, put the phones on silent, and let's get zeroed in. Today, we're diving into our absolute final review session for Unit 3, the General Ledger. Think of this explainer as your high-yield, ultimate revision masterclass. We are going to cut through the noise and distill the absolute essentials you need to completely ace your upcoming exam. I'll be walking you through exactly how to structure those answers and, more importantly, what those examiners are really looking for. So let's just jump right in. To keep your cognitive overload to a minimum, here is the exact game plan for today. We're kicking off with foundational theory, then moving into ERP and Tally integration, breaking down the features and challenges, exploring sustainability and ESG, and wrapping up with real-world case studies. Lock this roadmap into your memory because it's exactly how you should organize your thoughts on test day.
Starting right out of the gate with Section 1, Foundational Theory and Core Objectives. Consider this your absolute goldmine for the multiple-choice section of the test.
Okay, let's dive into this definition, because this is highly testable material. When you see the words general ledger, I want you to immediately think the master record. It's literally the main diary of a business. Every single time money moves, whether it's a sale, a purchase, paying your team, it's recorded right here. And the absolute critical keyword for your exam? The double entry system. Every transaction has equal debit and credit entries, which makes sure your financial scales are, perfectly balanced. If you buy inventory for cash, inventory is debited, cash is credited. Now, in modern ERP systems like SAP or Oracle, this is completely digital and updates in real time. But that core accounting principle, it remains exactly the same. So, why do we actually care about having this master record? Rapid fire, here are the 5 key objectives you absolutely must know. First, it gives you a complete financial record all in one place. Second, and this is a big one, preparation of financial statements. You literally cannot build a trial balance, a P&L, or a balance sheet without a reliable GL, period. Third, it lets you track account balances at any given second. Fourth, it guarantees audit and compliance, giving you a crystal clear paper trail for the tax authorities. And fifth, decision-making for management. Put super simply for your exam, no GL, no reliable financial reporting. Shifting gears to Section 2, ERP systems and Tally integration. We're moving from textbook theory into practical software, and you'll want to pay close attention because this is prime real estate for the short answer portion of your test. Let's look at Tally, which is the most widely used accounting software in India. If they ask you how a GL actually operates inside a software system, you just outline these 3 critical steps. Step 1. You create a ledger account under specific groups, so you'd put your bank under bank accounts or rent under indirect expenses. Step 2 is voucher entry. When you enter a sale or a purchase, it posts automatically to the right ledger. No manual copying needed whatsoever. And step 3, you instantly generate a ledger report to see all your transactions and closing balances. What's absolutely brilliant here is that your GST, both at the central and state parts, CGST and SGST, gets automatically calculated in the background during that voucher entry. Mentioning that auto tax calculation, that is definitely going to score you some major bonus points. Listen, if you only remember one phrase from this entire revision explainer, make it this one: the single source of truth. In a modern ERP system, the general ledger consolidates all departmental data instantly. HR runs payroll, the sales team fires off an invoice, the warehouse gets a purchase order, boom. It all automatically hits the GL without a single manual journal entry. That real-time accounting is exactly what guarantees total financial transparency and bulletproof internal control. Moving right along into Section 3, Mechanics, Key Features and Challenges. Examiners absolutely love a good compare and contrast question, so take careful notes on where the GL shines and, frankly, where it can completely break down.
Now, what's really interesting about this is the stark contrast between the incredible power of modern GL features and the intense real-world pressures that finance teams actually deal with. On the feature side, you've got the chart of accounts. Actually scratch that, let's call it the absolute backbone of the GL. Add to that automated reconciliation, multi-currency support for global trades, and instant reporting. Sounds like a dream, right? But the challenges are real. Data entry errors from manual inputs can wildly distort an entire financial statement. There's this massive period-end pressure to close the books. You've got fraud risk if your controls are weak. Fictitious journal entries are a classic fraud tactic. And system integration issues can just cause massive headaches and mismatches. When you're writing your exam answer, balancing these super powerful features against these very real human challenges shows a really deep, mature understanding of the material.
Okay, Section 4, Sustainability and Green Accounting. Put a massive star next to this one in your notes. This is highly likely to be a complex synthesis question where you have to connect traditional accounting with modern business trends.
And this brilliantly illustrates where the whole industry is heading. We are right in the middle of a massive transition. The traditional ledger? That's all about tracking money, financial transactions, and pure profit. But modern ERG systems are evolving. Enter the sustainability ledger. Now we're tracking carbon emissions, ESG metrics, and environmental costs with the exact same rigor we use to track a dollar or a rupee. We're moving from just tracking wealth to tracking a business's total global footprint. It's a total game changer.
So how does this actually play out in the real world? Through ESG, environmental, social, and governance reporting. Companies are doing carbon accounting now, meaning units of electricity or waste are recorded as if they were financial transactions. Software giants like SAP with their S/4HANA system literally have a dedicated sustainability ledger running parallel to the financial ledger. This makes integrated reporting possible, giving investors the full, honest picture of both profit and planetary impact. It also lets companies meticulously track the cost of sustainability, measuring exactly what they're spending on things like solar panels or waste reduction. If you really want to wow your professor, explain that ERP has evolved to track environmental impact as a measurable currency.
Bringing it home with Section 5, Real-World Case Studies. This right here is your toolkit for the essay or long-form section of the exam. Dropping these specific, real-world examples is exactly how you grab those maximum points.
Let's look at a giant first, Infosys. They operate in over 50 countries, so they face this massive multinational headache of managing different currencies, taxes, and accounting rules. Their fix? They implemented SAP's new general ledger. The magic phrase you need to write down here is parallel accounting. This let Infosys report their financials under Indian accounting standards and International Financial Reporting Standards, or IFRS, simultaneously, all from the exact same system. The result was a drastically faster month-end close and totally consistent global reporting. Use this example to prove how a robust GL solves crazy complex compliance issues.
Now, let's flip the script and contrast that massive corporation with case study 2, a small textile trader in Surat. This business was drowning in manual Excel sheets and making constant tax calculation errors, so they shifted to Tally. By setting up proper automated GST ledgers, including the central, state, and integrated taxes, every single sales and purchase entry automatically calculated the tax. It completely wiped out manual filing errors, sped up their book closure, and gave the owner instant profit and loss data right on their smartphone. This proves that whether you're a multi-billion-dollar IT firm or a local trader, the general ledger is the absolute foundation of financial control.
As we wrap up this masterclass, I want to leave you with a final provocative thought to chew on. How does an ERP general ledger bridge the gap between financial transparency and global sustainability? If you can confidently answer that question by combining the single source of truth with these new green accounting ledgers, you are entirely prepared for this test. Review these concepts, drill those key definitions, and remember the core mechanics. Best of luck on your exams, everyone. You're going to absolutely crush it. Keep studying, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.